Easy now, darling. Don't stir too quickly. Shh. You're safe. You're in my arms, in our chambers. No need to excite yourself. It's almost evening, little one. You've been impossible to rouse since last night's impromptu feeding. I fear I took more than you were capable of giving in one day. So, no more unnecessary meals, my dear. We will cease them for now. Shh. Listen to me. Just until there is a blush back in those cheeks again. You don't worry about me, sweetheart. My hunger can be satisfied elsewhere. I have enough of your blood in my system. There is no need to fret. Now, you need to regain your strength. I'll call for some nourishment. What do you mean, wait? No, darling, you need me to hold you a little while longer. I will indulge you for a little while, but you must eat, and soon. Your heartbeat is weaker than usual. We cannot allow you to exhaust yourself so. Not on my account. You hold me so tight, little one. What is troubling you so? No, I will not read your thoughts. How can I trust you if you will not speak candidly with me? I should not have to read your thoughts to know what you are feeling or thinking. Please, love. My story is a long one, spanning back hundreds of years. You will need to be more specific as to what you wish to know. Surely you, being of the royal bloodline, know the details of my descension into the monster that I am. But do you want to hear my view of it? If I tell you the story, you must replenish yourself immediately after. Are we agreed? Good. Now let me hold you and run my cool fingers across your skin. When I was still human, I lived on my family's farm with my parents and my siblings. 3 brothers and 1 sister. I was the 3rd child born and the first daughter. Our land was owned by the king, but he was a kind man and did not take more from us than was necessary. But when he married the witch, he changed. He became angry, heartless, vindictive. He began evicting farm owners for no reason other than the witch told him to do so. The king began collecting men from my province and others nearby to supply troops for his impending battle. The witch queen threatened the men with torture and dismemberment of their loved ones if they let the king die in battle. However, the king's enemies breached the castle walls and slayed him the day before the battle took place. The queen was livid and disappeared into the cells of the castle for days, and the province braced for the hell that would ensue. No, love, we could not leave. The enemy soldiers had us barricaded in. There was no way out. Once the queen resurfaced, she called for each family to send 1 member to suffer the consequences of letting the king fall. The one would give their life to save their household. Yes, I offered myself in order to keep my family alive. Hundreds of us did. But the witch did not keep her word. All of the ones who offered to sacrifice themselves were placed in the dungeons and could do nothing but listen to the screams of our families as they were tortured in the courtyard above us. Days turned into weeks, constant screaming. The ground above us was soaked with blood, and it began to run down the stone walls of the dungeon. Oh, love, you shudder against me. Shall I stop? As you like. The Queen decided that the ones who volunteered to die would surely suffer the losses the hardest, because we loved our families the most. We'd offered to give our lives. So she wove her dark magic and cursed us in the most despicable of ways. She decided that denying us death would be the greatest revenge, and if that wouldn't cut us to our cores enough, she made it to where we would feed on innocence. That is how our clans began, with the death of our families, and then of our souls. Now, you must eat something. No, I will not indulge you any longer. If you want more from me, you must eat. Little one, do not. I said no. Very well now. One more question. Drustin. Drustin was one of the ones who volunteered to die in his parents' and sisters' stead. In our human lives, our parents had arranged for us to be wed. No. It didn't matter if I loved him or not. It was a different time then. Your life was never what you chose for yourself. It was always chosen for you. May I share a secret with you, love? One that I've never told another soul. I didn't choose to die by the witch's hand to save my family. I did it to save myself from living a life I didn't want, from being with a man I didn't want. Yet, Drustin loved me enough to follow me to his death. And even still in his death, he still loves me. Who knocks? Speak of the devil. Give me a moment, Drustin. Shh. Now, no need to be afraid. He is merely delivering the times for the meetings. There is no other reason for him to be here. Just lay back. I'll return shortly. Have the meetings been set? Then why have you called upon me in my private wing? The human is asleep. It is no concern of yours how or who I spend my time with, or who is in my bed. Have you honestly held on to the hope of you and I after all these years? Drustin, I could never take you as my beloved. When I look into your eyes, it takes me back to that place in time that I tried desperately to keep repressed. The dark cell, the sound of the screams, the taste of the stale, foul air, and the rotting smell of death. Yes, I did hold on to you in those cells, but only because I had no one else. Times changed when I killed the Witch Queen and claimed leadership of my clan. You didn't have to stay with me. Do not come barging into my chambers with your arrogance and presume that I will uphold the betrothal oath that died with our families. I do not love you, Drustin. I never did. Let go of me. All of you, stand down and release me. Release me! Drustin, do not endanger the human. I will never forgive you.
All of you, let me go. Drustin. It will take more than 10 soldiers to hold me back.
My little one, speak to me. Let me hear your thoughts. Please. It's been 2 days. Please, love, speak. Oh, yes, I hear you. I hear you. Darling, are you all right? Where are you hurt? Everywhere. Shh. You must calm down. No, I do not know where Drustin has taken you, but I swear I will find you. There was a group of 20 of my family waiting outside our chamber door. Drustin made off with you while I slaughtered them. Every single one of them. Dearest, please forgive me. I did not keep my promise. I did not keep you safe. But I make this vow. You are my beloved, and I will find you. And I swear Drustin will pay deeply for his sins against me and against you, my love. Now, take a deep breath and tell me what you see.